Hello, my name's Lisa. Slow stitch fabric journals today, and a little Mr. Fester Adams. Oh, he's been tricky. He's been a tricky little boy. So we're just going to have to just let him have his butters. There you go. He attached himself to the chair earlier on, trying to get my attention. And he got his claws caught, didn't you, darling? And it sent him into a little bit of a frenzy. So we're just calming you down. I thought you'd calmed down, but then you came a knocking again, didn't you? Yeah, go on then. Then I can talk to the people, can't I? I'm really enjoying playing with this fabric and doing little scenes. I'm trying to do it seasonally, but also I keep having inspiration. And I'm not going to ignore a little droplet of inspiration. Let me move you that way. Right. Do you remember I had this liberty, because I said I've been having it hanging around. Let me take your ring off, been out today. I've had it hanging around and I keep losing it. I keep moving it to this side of the pet and that side and this side. And then I keep finding it. So I've put it in a page. I didn't know what I'd do with it. I was watching Corinne, the Australian lady, Treasures by Corinne, To Be Loved Treasures by Corinne. You'll know her. And she said that she'd been through her friend's stamp stash and had printed out on calico or linen or whatever stamps that she could use in her slow stitch. And I was sat there thinking, oh, she's lucky having that resource. Oh, how lucky. And I thought, hang on a minute, you've got loads of stamps upstairs, woman, get up there. So off I went, and that's one of the stamps I found. I used it for a Christmas card one year. So I've cut all round it and tacked it on with yet not a thought of where we're going to go from there. Excuse me. This cold's developing. We're going into another one of them, aren't we? What do you expect with grandson at nursery? Right, so that's there. So that was a good thought process carried on. We've been splashing in puddles quite a lot recently. Oh dear, I hope it don't go to tonsillitis. And I found that gorgeous stamp. I think that one, who's that one by? Can't think who. That one might be by Altered Images. Alternu, might be. This one I think is Cardio, I think. And I know it's a little girl holding a brolly, but it denotes us splashing around in water. And I've put it on a little bit of fabric. Let me get that. Put a bit more of a back into it. I must get one of these, mustn't I? I must do this up for myself before I make it into a book. I've put some lovely fabric here that looks like a puddle, and I've just inserted, if I can show you better, I've tacked it down. Because I tack, I don't bond the web or pin. I've inserted it in there. That's his flappy fish. Can you see him? Look. He's having a go at his flappy fish. So that was to denote the rain. I had a little play. That was one ribbon. That was the front and that was the back. So I've got a shiny and a dull. That had a lovely rip in it. And I thought that was pleasant there. But I just wanted a tad little bit more colour. So I put that lovely little rick-rack in to look like splashy water. What I would like to do with it, I've got that same rings. I've got a round, that's got my hand cream in when I go out. I've got these threads I thought would go rather nice with that design. And I just want to do circles. So I was going to do it quite, have you finished, sir? I was going to do it quite privately. I'm still doing it quite privately, aren't I? Let me move that over there. At least you can sort of see what I'm doing, can't you? You can get the general gist from my arm movements. This is this lovely water-soluble pen. I'm enjoying this. It will just give me, hopefully, a guideline. Yay! That I can put some circles in. Because I've got lots of oblongs and rectangles and lines going in. But I just thought we'd do some circles. And if it doesn't work, I'll just water-soluble it all out again. So we're not losing anything, are we? I think it might be nice there to have one. A little round. So I was just working on it and I just thought, oh, I'm going to do that. I thought it might be nice if we did it together, rather than me just showing you the finished article. You can see a little bit of the thought process behind it. It's been ever so wet. I took my grandson into town, into the precinct, and let him just run around where they've done the fancy paving. Of course, it's not level, so there's a massive dip, and it's a beautiful long run of puddles, and I thought we can have them. So what we have achieved now are those circles that I'm going to stitch into. I shall do one with you. Quite chunky, I think. Quite like it, just like that. If I had ink, that'd be quite fun like that. And I might do a little bit of watercolour around, watercolour. Should speak better when I'm on here, shouldn't I? I might do a little bit of watercolour on it, because that fabric looks like watercolour, doesn't it? It looks like little puddles. It does love a splash. What children don't love splashing in puddles? They all do, don't they? And he'll find, when we're out, he'll find the tiniest little puddle and put his little foot in it. So I asked his mum, I said, bring his wellies with him, because we're going to go for a little walk into the precinct. I'll do that. I'm trying to find a way of showing you and still feeling comfortable with what I'm doing. So we went into the precinct and had a little splash, and it was lovely. People were looking at us. Let them. So I'm thinking on with I'm loving doing this, but I am looking out the window and thinking on to spring. I know that's a winter one, but that might sit there till next year. Like I say, I do want to do this seasonally, but I don't want to be slavish about it. If something pops in my head, then I'm going to do it. And I've had a little pop in my head, I will show you shortly. And although we're not quite at the season that is for, I fancied it. You're going to jump up here again, Fester? Can? You know Mummy's not talking to you. Oh, he's wagging his tail, which means he's not. Don't know why he's not happy today. If you've seen Fester before, my cat, you know he has a lot of issues. He has a little, we'll say anger problem. I don't know what you'd call it. But he likes his world in a certain way. He was sat up on the chair in my husband's room, in his craft room, And he said, I just walked past him. I think his arm probably swung as he walked. And he just leapt, clamped his arm round him and went into a frenzy. You ought to see my husband's arm, it's ripped to shreds. And he said, I couldn't tell you what I'd done to set him off, other than just walk past him. He hadn't really spoken to him, he'd been fed. It wasn't that. I think it was just the movement of my husband's arm just set him off. He's so tricky. My neighbour, we're popping into, I'll put my thread there. Excuse me, we're popping in to look in on her dog when she's at work. They've changed her from working from home to going in. And she said, I'll always, where's that needle gone? That was in my hand. Oh, that needle was in my hand, wasn't it? And it's just gone. Oh, where'd it go? Did you see it go? There it is. I don't know where over there. And she said, I'd always pop in and give Fester his food. And it's like, it's not as easy as that. See, that's the first line in. It's not as easy as I'll pop in and give him his food, because if she gave it, first of all, he would be fairly alarmed at someone in his house. He wouldn't run away, he'd come and confront them. Then if they touched his bowl, see, that would set him off. And you can't turn your back on him. I know it sounds ridiculous. I know it sounds ridiculous. I'm hiding it again. You can't turn your back on him at all. That excites him a little bit. Isn't it, darling? He would liable. If she was holding his bowl and had her back to him, that would liable set him off. What I'm doing is I'm going where I've stitched. I'm going to settle there, darling. Where I've stitched the running stitch, I'm now looping with the back of the needle so I don't prick myself. I'm now looping round to make it thicker and stronger, going in and out of the running stitch. See, I can't even get someone to pop in and feed him, because how can you explain to someone you can't put your arm across him in front of his face? That would set him off. You can't go above him. That would, you have to go round the side and then go. He would have to come with a 200-page document just on how to feed him without setting him off. Oh, I don't know what to do with you, young Fester. We're used to you, aren't we? But every now and again, he's settled down now. But he were walking around with his tail lashing. He were thinking about doing something. But we're all right. We're in the clear. We're in the clear. There. So what I've done is I've done a running stitch. And then I've gone round the running stitch, looping it to make it chunkier. So that's what I'm going to do on that one. I'm really enjoying this slow stitch. I do hope you have a go at a journal. All these pieces of thread are all from kits. All from kits out of the Cross Stitch magazine. Because I don't often actually do the kit, but I use the fabric, the Ada and the threads that come. I've got an idea for that fabric. I'll do another one here. I just thought that looked like raindrops. Does it? Wow. So what are your pets like? Do you have nice normal pets that you can stroke? Can't stroke him unless he wants it. And then 3 strokes and he's become quite triggered. 3 strokes and he's liable to bite you. Bless him. Do you know, I couldn't love him more. Couldn't love him more, but he It's hard going with him. Today I was sat over there. Where are we? There. Where that dinosaur cushion is. That's where I sit and do my stitching this morning. And he came and sat beside me on that little table where those square houses are. And he was watching me with the needle. See that? He's going like that, watching the needle. And then all of a sudden he's took one step forward and I shouted no at him. And he stared at me like that. He was going to have a go. In the end, I had to get up and move because he weren't going to stop. So then I had to be careful because if I then move too, it sounds ridiculous, but if I then move too quickly in front of him, that can initiate him to run and chase and bring. He did that to me the other day. I woke up. I came downstairs. He don't like it if me and my husband come downstairs at the same time. He likes me up first to see to him, then my husband. He don't like it if both of us are up. So I came down. As I walked through, I saw, it was a little bit later, I'd slept in. I'd seen the robin was on the back step. Oh, I said, let me quickly go and feed the robin. Look, it's on the back step. He was sat there watching himself. So I quickly grabbed the jug. 30 seconds, perhaps 40. Went out, shake, 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 walking. As I walked in, he does this like bobblehead. As I walked in, as I shut the door, he locked onto my hand and he's doing this with his head. And I said, don't, darling, don't. And I just walked, I said, let's go and get your bowl. I walked through. As I walked through, I heard a dun, 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 clamp. And he clamped my leg. Luckily, my husband was just coming out of his room and I said, quick, grab the bowl. So I grabbed the bowl and I went, look. And he stopped. And I put the bowl on the floor. I didn't wash it or anything, just put the bowl on the floor with him still clamped on my leg. Reached for the fridge, showed him the food, and he's like clamping my leg going, yeah, better get it. Put the food out there and then. And you could almost see him go, oh, and decompress. But that would have, if I tried to detangle myself, that would have turned into something pretty ugly. Oh dear, Fester. It's not your fault. And that's why Mummy loves you, because I know it's not your fault. It's the way you were brought up. Oh, I've detached myself there, so I'm going to stop just there. Chop that out. Oh, well, these aren't working. Do we need new scissors? Yeah, we do. Putting that, I don't know why I'm putting them there. My aux jars here, holding that up. See you thinking, look, tongues come out. So yes, when he goes, hopefully it won't be for a long time because I do love him and he is only young, but he's 4 years old now. We've had him 2 years. British Blues, they last 17 years or more, don't they? When he goes, I said, when I've never bought a cat. I've always rescued a cat. I've never had a brand new kitten. I know he's beautiful, but you know, he's a rescue. And I said, the day he dies, I'm not even waiting. I'm going straight online, getting myself a brand new kitten. I deserve a brand new kitten after him. Won't do, we won't do. We'll go and find the worst cat that someone's got, because that's us. We've always done that. We've always had the worst thing that nobody else wants and just dealt with it. But I do think I deserve, after you, I do think I deserve something pretty damn special. Not that you're not, you're beautiful, but well behaved. I just want a cat. I don't even need to stroke him. I don't need him to sit on my lap. I would just like to be able to walk past a cat and not go knowing that he might clamp my leg at any minute. And it's not a normal cat bite. He clamps on and won't let go. Just will not let go. So no, I can't really be having neighbours popping in, giving food. Nobody believes me. Nobody understands it. Because who would? unless you see it. Who would believe it? Oh, poor Festa. He's all right with my grandson, but I'm not chancing it because my grandson's, because he's used to big dogs. We've taught him not to touch Festa. You don't touch him. But I don't think it's work. I don't think Festa would. He seems to treat him differently, but I'm not chancing it. I'm not chancing it. I mean, my grandson lives with the Cane Corso, you know, an Italian Mastiff. And there's me going, no, I wouldn't chance him with the cat. Madness, isn't it? Anyway, right, what have we done here? I'm just going to go, what if I do that? You might be able to see. I just go in, I've turned the needle upside down and I just loop it round. Not like, if I miss one, it's not an issue. Be nice as well, you can do that with a contrasting thread. Looks fun, especially for Christmas if you do sort of red and white. Looks like that baker's twine then. I do forget you're watching, and I do forget might be someone that might want to see what I'm doing. Right, so that's the back. And that's the front. Oh, they're fun. Oh, I'm pleased with that. Not a perfect circle, are we? Yeah, whatever. Oh, I'm pleased with that. And some of these are going to loop in. Right, so that's on the go, isn't it? Happy with that? Yeah, it's okay. What I was going to do as well is show you my thought processes. Where can we show you? That's so I do try and get it in shot. It doesn't really work. Move his little battery spin. This is one of the stamps I've got. Actually goes with that set. Oh. That's because I've slightly changed it, isn't it? So what I would do with this, I might leave it a little bit bigger because I think I'm going to do that couching, that seed stitch with it. My thoughts with this one, I'm going to just work out what I'm going to do with it, because this is going to be a blossomy one. So I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm going to roughly cut round it. With these now blunt scissors, I know why, it's because I've been hacking away with it, with cardboard, doing that blooming doll's house. Because I won't stop and find me other scissors, I'll just get carried away. Right, so that's it chopped about. Use that other board. I'm going to make myself two little boards because they're handy. They're handy for showing you, aren't they? The thought process was a little tray. This was supposed to make that in the magazine, but I always take them apart. But it's bigger than I thought. I quite liked this little material. I wonder if it will rip. It might not. The cheaper ones don't. Oh no, there we go. That's ripped a bit. Should I do that? I do that. The ripped edges really look nice on this sort of thing. Because normally, when we get the blossom, we're normally treated to beautiful blue skies at the same time. This was in my head and I thought, no, doing it. Now, I don't know. I think I've already got bit of blue. I might, no, say I've already got a bit of blue, I might put a bit of that blue in. I've got a little scrappy bit here. Rip that down. It's a lovely process, this. I quite like this for clouds. I'll just break that bit up. Bit of a cloud going on. And then you would look at it like that. And you'd sort of put other colours with it and go, oh, that's nice. You'd look at it and go, that's nice. I like that with it. But is it blossom tree? Because that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to do pink French knots all over it. There's normally quite a lot of nice verdant green, so I shall put some of that on. I might put a bit of, I'm going to put a bit of that on. So what I would do is chop that and chop it down. Will it rip? No. Will it? Will it? No. Oh, but that's made quite a nice edge, look. I shall use that edge. It's a bit of binder. So now we know binder don't rip. I shall put you in there, little binder. I might just do some long grass. So this is why I don't do this in front of you, because I just go really quiet and into my own little world and ignore whomever is around me. Don't worry, that looks a little bit crude. We are not worrying at this point. I also have some little bluebells. We do have lovely bluebells in the garden, and it is just one of my pleasures when the bluebells come out. Oh, the scent of them is amazing. But we have changed the area where the bluebells were, so I do hope we still get plenty. I have put pots and what have you in the way of them. Thought I had another one that I picked out. Yeah. So what I'll do, I'll show you this, and then in the next one you'll see it finished. Then we can compare, can't we? And say, oh, did you do that right? Would we have done that like that? I'm going to like that. Bear with. Oh, you can't see. But I'm not doing overhead, what's it? So you have to put up with it. Plus it'll prompt me to get and do it. If I've shown you, then it'll prompt me to get it done, so you can see the finished article. Oh, I quite like that. Right, excuse me, that's going to be, if I put that on, would that help? That's going to be the finished look of it. And then all these bare branches are going to have, because we used to have an open cherry tree, which the bees used to go around, and then we've got this puffball cherry tree, which is gorgeous. It's absolutely lovely, but the bees can't get to it. It is lovely because it then drops its petals everywhere and it's just divine. But there's only really about 4 or 5 days where it's beautiful, and then we normally get wind and rain and it's gone. This last year, just gone, it was that hot that I don't know if you can hear that plane, that's the Chichenchu plane coming into Bournemouth. It comes through at 4,000 feet, which sounds a lot, but it's a big old plane, it's very large in the sky. Last year, it was so hot that they came out and they instantly dried on the tree. So we had the blossom for quite a long time, but it was dried. So that's what we're going to do. So next time I see you, we'll have that done. But I thought I'd just show you the full process. That's been on my mind, and now it's out of my head. See, I'm thinking on now. Right, that's that. I'm going to love you and leave you and get on with that, because there's lots of stitching to do. I hope you've got your own slow stitch book that you're doing, because they're wonderful fun. It's a nice little creative outlet, and it does get, oh, got a little bee there. Hang on. It does get rid of all your scraps, she says, but I'm sure I'm going to end up buying more, because I'm going to soon run out, aren't I? Little bee. Did you have a little bee? There we go. We got a little bee, because they start coming out, don't they? Well, we have bees in the garden all the time. There was a huge big bumblebee she must have been hibernating, and a little bit of sun that we had must have been on her, because she came out, bless her, she hit the window. Hope she's okay. But we have pollen in the garden really from the end of February. So we have, well, the wallflowers, they've been flowering all winter. But we get a big dandelion comes out, and we get the early narcissus. Well, you'll see, I'll do my garden tour, you'll see. Right, definitely loving and leaving you now. Catch you in the next one. Bye.